everyone, it's Tammy, and we are going to be making some creamy garlic chicken pasta, I guess. I don't know exactly what to call it, but I just have 2 chicken breasts in here that are still a little bit frozen. I'm going to cut them into cubes, I think, because I see all this fat on here and I don't like it. So I think I'm going to cut them into cubes and get rid of some of that fat. And then I'm going to put it back in this pan, which I'm going to heat up with some olive oil, and then I'll go over some other directions. But just so you know, that's what I'm starting with. I guess I could show you kind of cutting the chicken. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm just cutting the chicken. It's nasty. I hate touching raw meat, especially raw chicken. It grosses me out, so I don't think about it. And I don't like all that extra fat. Yuck. Nasty. I actually like it when it's a little bit frozen like this because it's a little bit easier to cut. I'm just going to kind of cube it. All right. I'm going to wash my hands and get some olive oil to put in the pan. So I'll be back. Nasty. All right, so I'm just going to put some olive oil in the pan. I have the pan on 7, which is a medium high. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And it should be kind of warm. I've been letting it warm while I was cutting, but it really didn't take long to cut. So we'll go ahead and add the chicken. All right, and I'll let this do its thing. And let me tell you the other ingredients that we're going to need. You're going to need some either fresh basil or spiced basil. I think I have some spiced basil somewhere. Parsley, chives, cilantro. I know I have some basil. I'll find my basil. And you need broccoli, so I'm going to use a bag of frozen broccoli. You also need garlic. You need chicken broth, pasta, salt and pepper, butter, milk, and parmesan. So I'll go over the amounts when this starts cooking a little bit more. I'm going to let this do its thing and brown up, but I am going to go ahead and put some garlic in here. And I'm using the minced garlic. Use what you want to use to taste, but I would say at least 3 cloves of garlic. I got a new minced one here. There we go. That should do it. That's the way I measure. You guys know me if you've watched me before. So there's that for now. I'm gonna let this brown and I'll do its thing and I'll be back. Alright, I really wish you guys had smell-o-vision because already this smells wonderful. And this is going to be a 1-pan, 1-skillet dish too. I don't know if I told you that. You can tell your chicken is done when you can easily cut it. I'm just making some of them a little bit smaller. Sometimes it makes me feel better to trick myself into thinking I have more chicken on my plate when they're smaller pieces. Mind games. Even when they're played with yourself. Alright, so I'm going to now add some basil to this. And I have some fresh kind of basil in a tube. I don't know how much basil. I'm going to say about quarter to a half of a teaspoon, whatever you like. I mean, these are spicy. So guys, in cooking, you can do whatever spices you want. Now I'm going to put in my chicken broth. Now I use the chicken broth that comes in it, like the base, so it's not all totally blended yet. Yeah, there's a big chunk of it down here at the bottom. I'm going to put another, you want 2 cups, so about 16 ounces of water, or 16 ounces of chicken broth. And then you also want 2.5 cups of milk. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. We're going to cook our pasta in here, so that's why it needs so much liquid. Two and a half cups of milk. And then about 3 tablespoons of butter. So I'm just eyeballing this. That's about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to stir all this around. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And again, this is to taste, so you add what you like. I love pepper, so I'm a little heavy-fisted on my pepper. My husband loves salt, but you can always add more, so I would say use it sparingly. And get all this kind of melted and all yum yum. And now we're going to add the pasta. And I found this pasta at Kroger. It's Pronto. It's made for the one pan thing. I don't know what the difference is. I've used other pasta and I haven't had any problems, so I don't know. It might be a gimmick. And it says a whole pound, but this is 12 ounces. So I'm using the whole box. And now we're just going to let this cook until the pasta is about done. And then we'll add the broccoli and the parmesan. And that's all that's left, guys. Dinner is almost ready. So I'm just going to let this cook for about, and it's on, I'm going to actually move it back to 7. I had moved it up to cook the chicken a little bit. I'm moving it back to 7. I'm going to let it cook for probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right, it's been about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. I'm just checking on it. It's looking pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Do you know how to tell if the pasta's done? You taste it. So we're going to take one of these. Probably would be smart to use a fork, but oh, it's very flavorful. Very flavorful. And I'm going to go ahead and add the broccoli. And I'm just adding it all. This is a 16-ounce bag. You could add more or less, whatever you want to taste. And I'm also going to add about a cup of parmesan. I don't know how much is in this bag, but I'll leave a little bit to the top. There was a cup and a half to start, but I'd already used some, so I'm assuming there was about a cup in there. So I'm going to let that melt a little bit. And dinner will be ready. It looks amazing. And that noodle, the noodle was good. I was not gonna lie. Get in there, Parmesan cheese. Trying to escape. I don't let any cheese escape. Not me. Not today, cheese. Not today. silly. Oh, and I had already defrosted my broccoli. I'd forgotten to tell you guys that. So it was defrosted. I might get out like a spoon or something. That'd be better than this spatula. Let's see. What kind of spoon do I want? Get off all that cheese off that spatula. Some onion in here would be good too. I didn't think of that. I do have some onion, granulated toasted onion powder. Let's throw some of that in there. Why not? Oh yeah, this is going to be heaven. Now I can't wait for my husband to get home. If you wanted to cut some of that broccoli up, you could. Some of it's kind of big. I probably should have, but I didn't. I think I'm going to taste it from here so that you guys can hear my reaction. Because I know that some of you like that. But it's done. So I'm going to get a noodle, a little bit of chicken, maybe another noodle, or maybe a small piece of broccoli if there is one. Oh, here's a small piece of broccoli. Okay, I'm going to do this bite. Oh my goodness. I think it's perfectly seasoned. I'm going to turn the heat off. Oh, it's really good. It'll make you snap your mama. All right. I hope you guys try this. I hope you like it because I'm loving it. And this is what's for dinner. Thank you. Bye-bye.